All right. All right. Shalom to everybody online. Shalom to everybody in class and those that are sick. Shalom, man. That bug then came right back around, huh? Man, I thought it was done. You know, when you get sick, that first wave, I thought it came back with a second vengeance. But all praises though, we here. And we thank the Most High for another day. So we doing another part 2. We had a lot of people that were requesting a part 2 to this. So we're going to do a part 2 of Mushroom Clouds and War part 2. All right. Let me go ahead and put my. Hey, Kurt, can you do me a favor? I mean, Apple Shaw, can you do me a favor? Can you plug that in for me? Right there. The water. Thank you. No, right here. Thank you. The water. All right. Shalom to everybody online again. So let's go ahead and let's just jump right into it. I don't want to keep everybody waiting. So let's go to, give me 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 10. Let's go there. All right. 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 10. All right.
This is the book of 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 10.
But
the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night.
So the scripture says the day of the Lord shall come as a thief in the night. All right. So we don't know when the day of the Lord is. We don't know how it's going to be per se in terms of time, right? No one knows that. But what we can do is we can look at the prophecies and we can try to stay connected as best that we can about the day of the Lord. So we're not going to know the exact day, the exact time, but what we can do is we can know the signs of the times, right? Read.
But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up.
It says that the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth and the works that are therein shall be burned up. So we know that the Most High God said the second coming is going to be with fire. All right. He destroyed the earth the first time with water, and the second time he's going to do it with fire. Okay. Now, I know water is bad, right? Water is a powerful element, but I don't want to see how that looks like with fire. But we know with the title, Mushroom Clouds and War, we know that we have certain weaponry that is created. If you go back and you watch the first lesson, you'll see that the Most High God has created the potter or the smith, right? The one that makes the weapons. He's created that person to do his bidding. All right. So we have these things like nuclear warfare and things of that nature. And like I said, from the first video, from the first class, I was at first skeptical, with warfare, with nuclear weaponry. But looking at the scriptures, we're going to get into some more detail, and it's something that you don't want to be a part of. You want the Most High to be on your side when this stuff pops off. But read that one more time. Read verse 10 one more time, and then from there, we're going to go.
2 Peter chapter 3, verse 10. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up.
So it says that the elements shall be burned up. Everything is going to be blown away, literally. Okay. So this is not going to be a joyful day. So anybody that ever says, I can't wait for the day of the Lord. Like I think I seen somebody on Facebook recently, what they said, I can't wait. They posted up something like a video of some sodomites, and in the caption, they said, I can't wait for Jacob's trouble. I don't know if you want to see Jacob's trouble. Okay. We hope that the Lord be with us if we are there during the time of Jacob's trouble. But Jacob's trouble is going to be just that. It's going to be Jacob's trouble. All right. I don't look forward to the day of Jacob's trouble, and I don't not look forward to the day. I just ask the Lord to give me strength whatever day comes. But Jacob's trouble is definitely going to be a time of turbulence for Israel and for the world for that sake. So let's see if we have any more proof of nuclear warfare capability within the scripture. So I dug a little deeper since the first class. I dug a little deeper. I went ahead and I pulled out more scriptures, and I wanted to go even in a deeper dive, right? So let's get Revelation chapter 6, verse 4. Let's go ahead in Revelation chapter 6, verse 4. And then give me verse. Let's start at verse 4. You guys tell me what this sounds like. All right. Go ahead, read.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 6, verse 4.
Mm-hmm.
And there went out another horse that was red.
Okay.
And power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth.
Uh-huh.
And that they should kill one another.
Uh-huh.
And there was given unto him a great sword.
So it says that this horse, which was red, was given power to take peace from the earth. Is there any peace on the earth right now? There is no peace on the earth right now. If anybody has told you, you ever heard those pastors say, this is the year of peace. This is the year of prosperity. If a pastor is telling you that, get up out the church and leave. This is not the time of peace right now. Peace is taken from the earth right now. Donald Trump, he's sitting here promising us peace. Isn't Donald Trump promising us peace right now? Yeah, I'm gonna stop World War III. I'm gonna stop the Third World War. I'm not going to let it happen. Well, Donald Trump, even if it doesn't happen in your time, it's going to happen. And it's nothing that no one can do to stop this. So peace is going to be taken from the earth, that they should kill one another. And there was given unto him a great sword. All right, a great sword. Now, we know that these words were written a couple thousand years ago. All right, we learned that in class today, different manuscripts and things of that nature, that the text was written from a couple thousand years ago. So they didn't have modern warfare weaponry that we have today. They didn't have the shotgun and the pistol or the revolver. You know what I mean? They didn't have that. So when they say sword, we all know this in here. When it says sword, we know that it's talking about whatever modern weaponry in that time it is, because the Bible is not a one-dimensional book. The Bible is multifaceted when it comes to time. And it's the only book in the world that can relate to time like that can speak about an event and it relates. You know, when you read about Babylon the Great, it literally mirrors America. Okay, so it says that this is going to be the horse that's going to take away peace from the earth, right? Let's go from there. Read verse 8. Watch this.
Verse 8. And I looked, and behold, a pale horse, and his name that sat on him was Death, and hell followed with him, and power was given unto them over the fourth part of the earth.
Read.
To kill with sword, and with hunger, and with death, and with the beasts of the earth.
Now, I always break this verse down, and you know, I've broken this verse down before, and you know, we talking about kill with hunger, with death, right? All the different ways that man with the sword, that man is going to die. So just understand this: when Jacob's trouble does happen, it's going to be a lot of death. It's going to be death on a mass level that we have not seen ever before. Okay, it's going to be death to that extent. Jacob's trouble. When you picture Jacob's trouble, and I'm guilty of this too. I used to picture Jacob's trouble like the world's still going on like this, and they just persecuting us. No. Jacob's trouble, everything's going to stop. Just imagine I Am Legend. All right. Matter of fact, I was watching that with my daughters and my wife the other day. We was watching I Am Legend, and I was like, dang, it's reminiscent to the scriptures when we did part one of this. It's the same thing. Empty streets. No people like that. It was so bad to where he was talking to mannequins. Y'all remember that? What did he say? Tom. No. You know, he was hot. Then he was talking to the dog and he was trying to get that old girl. Y'all seen that scene? He was trying to get that old girl, the little mannequin girl. Yeah. But he started going crazy because there's nobody left. It's nobody left. And then it was funny because when we was watching it with my family, and I was like, and then the little zombie people, whatever, they reminisce in the scriptures of the people that were mad. Remember we was talking about that? People that's gonna be mad out there. Yeah, it's gonna be that. But what we want to do is we want to solidify that nuclear warfare is going to play a part. I'm not saying it's the end all be all, but it's going to play a part in the destruction of the modern world, right? It's going to play a part in the destruction, right? So let's go from verse 8. Did we read all of verse 8? Okay, go to verse 12 now. Now watch this. Read.
Revelation chapter 6, verse 12. And I beheld when he had opened the sixth seal, and lo, there was a great earthquake, and the sun became black as sackcloth of hair, and the moon became as blood.
Now, I know everybody is waiting for this big earthquake. It's going to be this big earthquake. It's coming, right? We waiting for it. I know Cali for sure. Cali for sure is waiting for it. You understand? We waiting for this big old catastrophic earthquake. What's the biggest? 8.8, 9.0 size magnitude earthquake. But let me show you guys something real quick, because what it says is here, it says, and behold, he opened the sixth seal, and lo, there was a great earthquake, and the sun became black as sackcloth of hair, and the moon became as blood. What does that mean? I know everybody was like, remember the little blood moons? Oh, it's the blood moons, right? But I think that has something, it's a deeper message behind that, right? Because read verse 13. Watch this.
Verse 13.
You already know where we going. Read.
And the stars of heaven fell unto the earth, even as a fig tree casteth her untimely figs.
And it says, and the stars of heaven fell to the earth, right? So this makes me think, okay, what is this actually talking about? What does it mean, and the stars of heaven fell from earth? If we're talking about a guy that, right, a prophet that was 2,000 years ago, and he's seeing this vision, right? He's seeing this transpire in the heavens. He's going to explain it in the way that he knows how, right? So how is he going to explain it? So when he says he sees the stars of heaven fell into the earth, even as a fig tree casteth her untimely figs when she is shaken of a mighty wind, right? Does it literally mean the stars of heaven are literally going to fall from the earth? Like, does it mean literally we're going to have stars fall from that? Wouldn't even remotely make sense, because we know how massive stars are in the heavens, right? You know how massive they are, right? You know what I mean? The sun, that's one star. If it falls to the earth, it's over. The whole planet is just done. So what does it mean by the stars, right? Let me show you guys something. Let me share my screen. I don't know. That's exactly what it's talking about. Let's get an example of. Oh yeah, let me go back. Fair use. All right. Disclaimer, right? Fair use. And anything that we show in this class is going to be for educational purposes only. The water Imad for putting this together for me. All right. All of this is for educational purposes only. Okay. All right. Am I still sharing my screen? Let me see. Am I? Okay. Here it is right here. All right. So let's see. These are missiles. Let's go ahead and make it big. Missiles rain down on Jerusalem. Y'all tell me what they look like. Imad, turn the TV straight, or one of the brothers turn the TV straight so they can see it. What does that look like? Look like stars, don't it? Look like falling stars, right? So if I'm 2,000 years ago and I'm seeing a vision of this, I've never seen nothing like this in my life. What am I going to say when I'm writing it down? Like stars falling from the sky. See that? Look like stars falling from the sky, right? Now, those are just regular missiles. Those are not even the nuclear capability missiles. Those are just like regular rockets. They just firing off. Imagine firing off a missile that can literally, one of them, decimate all of Los Angeles City. But you firing off multiple of those. So now I want everybody in here to use your own, remember when your teacher used to say, put your thinking caps on? I want everybody in here to put your own thinking cap on. When he says he sees the stars from heaven, you can clearly see that these are missiles, right? Now the question would be is, whenever a missile is launched, right? Or let's talk about fires for a second. When there's massive fires and there's smoke in the air, what happens to the moon and the sun? This is what the sun will look like. Zoom in. Depending on how bad the fire is, this is how the sun looks. It says the sun will be darkened. See that? This is just a forest fire. So imagine multiple nuclear war weapons sound off, and we're gonna get how massive these things are in a minute. Imagine how it's gonna be so powerful, it's gonna change the atmosphere of our world. So do y'all see how it looks where it says that these stars are gonna fall from heaven? And look at this. See how the moon looks. Look at how the moon looks. This is how it looks from wildfires. Y'all see it? This is an actual photo of how the moon looks when it's a wildfire. No light is coming from that moon. And it looks like a blood moon, don't it? No light is going to come from that moon whatsoever. So imagine, and we're gonna actually get scientific proof, right, of what's going to happen when this war pops off. Okay, does everybody understand that? Everybody see that? So read that again from the top, verse 12 one more time.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 6, verse 12. And I beheld when he had opened the sixth seal, and lo, there was a great earthquake, and the sun became black as sackcloth of hair.
Do you guys know that nuclear weapons, when they're fired off, do you guys know they create tremors and earthquakes under the ground? This is a fact. They create tremors and earthquakes. So all of the nuclear war testings that we have, they always create shock waves under the earth. Magnitudes of earthquake. Now imagine 10,000 of them going off in different parts of the world. Imagine 10,000, because we have about, at first they said we had like 80,000, like in like the, when was that Ronald Reagan's era? 80s? Was that the 80s? That's the 80s. At first we had like 80,000 missiles, but now we only have 10,000, between 10 and 14,000. But imagine all 10,000 being fired off and hitting the ground simultaneously at different times. Imagine how the magnitude of the earth, the shock waves that the earth is going to feel, because all the earthquake is the earth moving, is shifting. So imagine when those missiles hit, it's going to shift the earth. It's going to shift the earth. You let me understand. This is the only way. What could the prophet be seeing but what we're explaining today? Right? It's real, right? Now let's keep reading. Read.
Verse 13. And the stars of heaven fell into the earth, even as a fig tree casts her untimely figs when she is shaken of a mighty wind. And the heaven departed as a scroll when it is rolled together. And every mountain and island were moved out of their places.
And it says, and the heavens departed like a scroll. Okay, it says, and the heavens departed like a scroll. Do you guys know what a scroll looks like? Matter of fact, do you guys understand how high that mushroom cloud is going to reach when it detonates? When these powerful bombs that they have go off, they're so powerful they can reach the higher levels of the atmosphere. Remember, we read last class when we touched on this, we said that the mushroom cloud will extend as high as Mount Everest. Now, when you type in mushroom cloud, let's type in mushroom cloud. Let's see. Let's type in mushroom cloud. Okay. This is a mushroom cloud. To a prophet, 2,000 years ago, what would that look like to him? That'll look like a scroll. Let's pull up what a scroll looks like. This is a scroll. Look at this. So to a prophet 2,000 years ago, when he looks at this and he's writing down and he's trying to explain how this thing looks, he's going to say it looks like a scroll. You understand? This is what we call today a mushroom cloud. At that time, they've never seen a prophet that's visualizing this. Probably would have never seen this ever in his life. Probably never seen this, heard of this at all. He's seeing this, right? Read it one more time, Rob.
The book of Revelation, chapter 6, verse 13, verse 14. And the heaven departed as a scroll when it is rolled together. And every mountain.
Scroll when it is rolled together. You know how a scroll has that elongated part, and then it normally has that little mushroom bud at the end of it. See that? See the scroll? See the scrolls normally at the end of it, they had a little ball, or they have like a little protruding part that look, what does this look like? Looks like a mushroom head, right? That look like a mushroom head, right? So when I'm a prophet and I'm visualizing this, I'm seeing a scroll, right, in the heavens, something that looks like a scroll that's in the heavens. Now let's keep reading. Watch this. Read.
Verse 15. And the kings of the earth and the great men.
And directly after this situation, read.
And the rich men and the chief captains and the mighty men and every bondman and every free man hid themselves in the dens and in the rocks of the mountains.
Where do they say you got to go when nuclear war happens? Where's the only safest place that you can go? Underground. Y'all ever seen? Did y'all go home and look up the show Fallout? You did? It's good, ain't it? Yeah, it's good. I got great taste, Doc, so I know it's good. All right, Fallout. Go watch that show. Right, when you got those people it's basically dealing with if the world goes into a war, nuclear war. Go watch that show. Show is a good show, but it's just showing you what happens. So these people are going to go what? They're going to think that they're going to have safety in the cliff of the rock. They're going to try to go underground. But how long do you think they can live underground? Not too long. Yeah, not too long. They only can survive down there as long as they had a gas to feed the generator to keep the lights on. Y'all ever been in the dark? Some of y'all scared of the dark still. I know. Some brothers wake up at night and they turn on every light in the house to go to the fridge. I know y'all do. Now imagine the dark underground. So what are they going to be forced to do? They're going to be forced to what? They're going to be forced to come out. So that's why they're going to say they want to die. Let the mountains fall upon us. You understand? Read verse 16.
Verse 16. And said to the mountains and rocks, fall on us and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne.
He said, fall on us. They're going to seek death. They're going to seek death. So go from there. Go from there, Lob. Let's go to Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 35. Read that. Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 35.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 50.
Before we get to that, go to Revelations 8 and 10. I'm sorry, Salakia. Revelations chapter 8, verse 10. All right. Okay, go ahead.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 8, verse 10. And the third angel sounded, and there fell a great star from heaven.
And there fell a great star from heaven. Didn't we just see that video? And there fell a great star from heaven. Right? These missiles, they hitting like supersonic speed. They going all the way up into the atmosphere. They coming down from the heavens. So it's a great star that's going to fall from the heavens. And what is it going to do? Read.
Burning as it were a lamp.
And it's going to be burning. It says it's going to be a star falling from heaven, burning as it was a lamp. Read.
And it fell upon the third part of the rivers and upon the fountains of waters. And the name of the star is called Wormwood.
It says, and it fell in the rivers, and it fell where?
And upon the fountains of waters.
And upon the fountains of water, right? And it's going to be called Wormwood. Keep reading.
And the name of the star is called Wormwood. And the third part of the waters became wormwood. And many men died of the waters because they were made bitter.
What's going to happen? Remember I told you guys that we was going to talk about this? Now I can't read this whole article. I can't read the whole article because it's just too long, but I wish I could read the whole article. Basically, this is an article and it's dealing with what's going to happen to the climate of the atmosphere, the waters, the earth when a nuclear war pops off. All right, this is called nuclear winter. So when these things happen, you think you're just going to have abundance of clean water to drink? You think you're just going to have abundance of clean food to drink? You're not going to have abundance of that. Watch this. Read verse 12.
Verse 12. And the fourth angel sounded, and the third part of the sun was smitten, and the third part of the moon, and the third part of the stars.
It says, and the third part of the sun was smitten. So not the whole sun, but the third part of it, meaning a great majority, meaning it's not going to yield its same light. This is in the daytime. This is the daytime. It's dark. See that? It says in the sun, the third part of the sun is going to be spent. What does that mean? Like I remember when I was in a Christian church and the pastor used to be doing these type of reading Revelations. I used to think the third part. So what is the Lord going to just cut half of the earth? Like how is he going to do it? Is he going to just take a piece of the earth off, or what is he going to do? No, that's not what he's talking about. What he's talking about is from the way we perceive it, or the way the prophet is perceiving this, that the turmoil in the bomb is so strong that it's causing the sun not to yield its full force of light. The same with the moon. The same exact thing with the moon. You understand? All right. See that? This is wildfires and red suns and moons. All right. So this is this is actually earthandsky.org. It basically tracks what happens to the moon and stars and sun and all of that in different scenarios. This website right here. So this is an actual picture, June 5th, 2023. This is an actual picture with the, actually, this is, I'm sorry. This is not the moon. Salakia, I had to read. This is the sun, actually. I'm sorry. The sun, my apologies. The sun cloaked due to the clouds of smoke from the wildfires sweeping across, I don't know how to pronounce that. What is that? Quebec, and other parts of Canada. All right. So this is actually the sun. And he actually used a special type of equipment or lens, D77200, to basically be able to see what he's seeing right now with his camera. So it was actually worse than this. What'd you say? Oh, Northern California with them fires? Yeah. Yep. So imagine when you got 10,000 nuclear warheads going off on different parts of the world, when everybody look up, what they gonna see? They gonna see their sun looking like this. Now, let me just be honest. Now, I misspoke. I thought this was the moon. This is actually the sun. If the sun is like this, they ain't gonna have no pictures of the moon. There is no pictures of the moon. You ain't gonna see the moon. There is no pictures of the moon. So imagine in the daytime, you're walking outside and this is what you see. This is like a apocalyptic type of view. This is the sun, actually. So read that one more time from the top.
The book of Revelation, chapter 8, verse 12. And the fourth angel sounded, and the third part of the sun was smitten, and the third part of the moon, and the third part of the stars. So as the third part of them was darkened, and the day shone not for a third part of it, and the night likewise.
So it says that everything was darkened. Everything was darkened. The sun was darkened. The moon was darkened. Everything is going to be dark. This is going to happen. This is going to happen, right? So this is what John the Revelator is saying. He's seeing, okay? Let me see if I want any more of that. No, that's it. So this is what I want to read. Nuclear winter, okay? So now, if you do survive, because remember, we see this star in Revelation chapter 8 that's called wormwood, right? And it depleted the ocean and so on and so forth, right? Let's see if you survive, what's going to happen to you. So nuclear winter is a term for a theory describing the climatic effects of nuclear war. Smoke from the fires started by nuclear weapons, especially the black soot smoke from cities and industrial facilities would be heated by the sun, lofted into the upper stratosphere. Now, y'all know the atmosphere, right? But then the stratosphere is above the atmosphere. So that's going past the atmosphere, right? And spread globally, lasting for years. The resulting cool, dark, dry conditions at Earth's surface will prevent crop growth for at least one growing season, resulting in mass starvation over most of the world. In addition, there will be massive ozone depletion, allowing enhanced ultraviolet radiation from the sun. Now, doesn't that sound familiar with Revelation? Let me get this real quick. That just came to mind. Watch this. This is, go to, I had to, let me see. Let me see, where is it? I think it's Revelation 16, yeah. Let me see. Yeah, Revelation 16 and 8. Read that loud. Revelation chapter 16, verse 8.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 16, verse 8. And the fourth angel poured out his vial upon the sun, and power was given unto him to scorch men with fire.
Says this angel poured out his vial upon the sun, and power was given unto him to scorch men with fire. Well, when these mass weapons of destruction destroy the ozone layer or ozone depletion, which our atmosphere protects us from certain harmful rays from the sun, right? It says it's going to allow enhanced ultraviolet radiation, right? So what that means is you're going to see an uprise in cancer, not just from the sun's ultraviolet rays from radiation from the sun, but just from the atmosphere inside of the planet alone. So just imagine me putting you in a room full of just radiation. And then on top of you, the light that you have is also beaming down radiation on you. So you're just going to be scorched, period. It's no way around it. The Most High God said that this is what he's going to do. But, you want to, okay, can you see it? It's kind of far. You sure? I think I was right here. Go ahead. If you
it says more people could die in the non-combatant countries than in those where the bombs were dropped because of these indirect effects. Nuclear proliferation is now expanding the threat. A nuclear war between India and Pakistan could produce so much smoke that it would produce global environmental change unprecedented in record human history.
That's just India and Pakistan. That this can create a global phenomenon of smoke for the whole entire globe. Now, imagine the U.S. and Russia and China and Pakistan and India and all of the other. We all sounding them off all at the same time. Because all you really need is just the two countries going at it would destroy the world. Multiple countries going at it, that's just overkill. Remember when I showed y'all that simulation? All right. Now watch this. Go ahead, Lab.
It says, although the number of nuclear weapons in the world has fallen from 70,000 at its peak in the 1980s to less than 10,000 currently deployed, a nuclear war between the United States and Russia could still produce a nuclear winter. This theory cannot be tested in the real world.
Because you can't test that. You can't test that. Right? But they can see the effects of nuclear weapons and they can theorize and they can say this is what's going to happen. Read.
Says, however, analogs can inform us about parts of the theory, and there are many that give support to the theory. They include the seasonal cycle, the diurnal cycle, forests, fires, volcanic eruptions, and dust storms on Mars. The only way to be sure to prevent the climatic effects of nuclear war is to rid the world of nuclear weapons.
The only way to prevent this from happening is getting rid of all of the weapons. Do you think man is going to get rid of they nuclear weapons? No matter about all the peace talks they talking and we're not, they're never. I truly don't think they got rid of 70,000. It ain't nothing for a government to be like, oh yeah, we got rid of them. I mean, if I was a government, you think I'm gonna believe them? And then you think I'm the fool? I'm not Boo Boo the fool. I'm not getting rid of mine, and I don't know for sure if you got rid of yours. Yeah, I got rid of my nuclear weapons. Yeah, I don't have no more. You got rid of yours? Nope. But yeah, I got rid of mine. Nah, they all lying to each other. You understand? So this is a scary part. You know, surviving something like this. Let's go down a little bit. So the Most High said that he was going to touch the water. He was going to touch the food. He earlier in Revelations, he said he's going to touch the food, the water, right? So there's going to be mass starvation, right? Look at this. Let me go down to the point that I want, because this is a great article, but I'm not going to be able to read. We're not going to be able to read the whole thing. Let's see. I wanted to get to right. Here it is right here. All right, Lob, can you see that? All right, right here. This paragraph right here.
It says, how could nuclear winter be produced? A nuclear explosion is like bringing a piece of the sun to Earth's surface for a fraction of a second.
It says a nuclear bomb is like bringing a piece of the sun to the Earth's surface. Some of y'all can't even survive summertime. Some of y'all can't even go to Nevada. Imagine, and that ain't even the sun's power. That's just the rays of the sun. Imagine a bomb that is created that is a piece of the sun for a split second on the earth. Watch this, read.
It says about 1/3 of the energy of a nuclear explosion is in the form of light or heat. Like a giant match. It causes cities and industrial areas to burn. The assumption made in many nuclear winter scenarios is that anything receiving more than 10 calories per square centimeter per minute, which is about,
you could go ahead and skip that.
It says will burst into flames, and this was demonstrated in actual tests in Nevada before the atmospheric nuclear test ban.
Because they had to, of course, who would want to just set off something like that? Of course you got to ban that. It's going to destroy the whole climate in the area. But I want to show you guys something real quick. Let me see right here. Look at this. This is actual footage of them when they were testing nuclear war capabilities. Look at this. See that? That's the shock wave. So what you've seen, you heard the noise rumbling first, and then as far as the blast site was, then you see the actual fire and the wind. We're gonna get to that wind. Don't trip. We're gonna get to that wind. How many of you guys know that wind moves at 300 miles per hour? 300 miles per hour. Huh? You dead. Backside. You're dead. Yeah, and that's not to, he said, you ain't gonna have a backside. You gonna be, man, look, I got some stuff I'm gonna show y'all. Not to mention that, you know, the wind is fire. What did we just read? I don't think y'all caught it. What did we just read? Lob just read it. It says the amount of energy received at the top of the Earth atmosphere, right? Let's just go to the point. Will burst into flames. So basically that wind is really fire. But it's moving at such a velocity. I think we touched on it last class. It's moving at such a velocity that the fire is not catching yet. So the blast and the wind that you're feeling, that's actual fire. But when it draw back, because it's going to blast and it's going to draw back, and that's when everything's going to unite. So it's not like wind, it's not wind like that. The atmosphere has turned into fire, but it's moving so fast that nothing has ignited yet. So you're literally going to be evaporated. Literally. There's goodbye, Namanawaf. I'm messing with you. Goodbye, all of us. If a nuclear bomb hits and we're close enough to the blast site, there is going to be nobody left. Okay, this is an actual fact. This is not theory. This is an actual fact. Okay, go from there real quick. Go to go from there and go to we could leave Revelations. Let me see. I want is it Jeremiah? I don't know if it's Jeremiah. No, I don't want Jeremiah 50 yet. I want give me hold on. I think it's Zechariah that I want. Hold on 1 second. Is it 14? Yeah, it's 14. Yeah, I'm skipping right now, but I want that one. Yeah, thank you, Tawada. It is 14. Yeah, it's not 5. It's 14. Shaquata already know where I'm going with this. Get that.
This is the book of Zechariah, chapter 14, verse 12.
Read.
And this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem.
You see that? This is the plague that the Lord's going to smite all the people that fought against Jerusalem. Read.
Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet.
It says their flesh is going to consume away while they stand upon their feet. Y'all ever seen Terminator? The old school one? Remember when she had that premonition and the bomb went off and she blew up and all of that? Y'all want me to pull that up for you? Let's pull it up. Let's pull it for the kid. Y'all ain't seen, who ain't seen Terminator in here? Y'all gotta watch some movies, man. Let me pull it up. Shaquat, let me ask Shaquat, should I pull it up? Yeah, let's pull it up. Yeah, we pulling it up. We gotta see this. Yeah. Fair use. Here, let's give a visual of what your nuke scene gonna look like.
Hi. Hi, I'm Gemini. What do I do? Well, we can have a conversation.
About
anything? Yeah, I can help with things.
Can they hear the audio? Okay.
Brainstorming, explaining something you don't quite understand, or even just chat about whatever's on your mind.
That's downtown LA, by the way. Ain't no backside. Ain't no backside. Now, if y'all think for the kids in here that y'all probably ain't, look at my kids. They eyes big. They ain't never seen that. I gotta let y'all watch Terminator one day. For y'all that think that this is a fake scene, no, this really happened. Where did this happen at? Hiroshima. Let's get here it is right here. Let me see. Yeah, that's how it is. Where did I go? Oh, did I just I think I just yep, absolutely. Let me go back to my history. I think oh yeah, here it is. These are real images. Now the only reason why these are real images in Hiroshima. The only reason why they have these images is because the explosion, something with the radiation or whatever, what have you, left their shadow on the buildings that are the areas that they were at. This is real. This is a little girl right here. Gone. This was an old man with a cane. Gone. All you have is his silhouette of his body. This somebody that was curled up by the steps somewhere. Sitting. These are actual real images of what. Now that was little boy. That was little boy. That wasn't what Russia got? Satan 2. Satan 2. That's little boy. So imagine. So when we put it in perspective, so read that again in Zechariah 14.
This is the book of Zechariah, chapter 14, verse 12. And this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem.
Now, this is a fact. Some of the people were just far enough to where they didn't get totally vaporized, but their eyes and their tongue did melt away, and they survived. Look, everything I'm telling you, look up. Just look up Hiroshima. Look up what little boy did. They literally survived, but they didn't have no tongue or eyes anymore. So it's kind of like, do you want to be far away from it? You want to be melted? You don't want to be melted? Man, survive, you done. Don't survive, but see, this is why we need the Most High. Don't worry, we're going to get some scripture. I'm going to ease y'all pain. Don't worry. I'm going to ease y'all pain later in the text, but this is why you should be afraid of the Most High, though. This is why you should be afraid of the Most High, okay? Because this stuff is real, but this is really happening. So if little boy did this, some people didn't die from some people didn't die. Let's go ahead and watch this real quick. Fair use.
Meet your next pillow. Why do we make our pillow in the shape of a cube? I'll tell you. The problem with pillows.
So on August 6, 1945 at 8:15 a.m., the crew of the B-29 bomber Enola Gay dropped the first ever wartime atomic bomb over Hiroshima, Japan. When the bomb detonated over Hiroshima, immediately there was this flash of boiling light that scorched everything it touched. The blast burned at 10,000 degrees Fahrenheit, and the 70,000 people that were within 1,600 feet of the initial blast radius.
Let me stop. Somebody look up 16. How far is 1,600 feet in miles? Like a mile. So these are people that's closer to the. I just want to get that. So these are people that's closest to the bomb, the bomb going off, right? Okay. Okay. So these are people like a quarter mile away.
Were instantly incinerated. That morning before the bomb.
They were instantly just vaporized. Poof. No bones. Because you guys do know what a mushroom cloud is, right? I didn't touch on this last week. A mushroom cloud is human remains. It's all of it. It's the explosion. It's the human remains. It's all of that goes into one cloud. So all the bone marrow, all of that is just put up into one cloud with all of the debris that's around you and everything just going up. So that's what it must. It implodes and then goes out, right? So some people don't even have their relatives' bodies or nothing like that. It's just gone.
Detonated, an elderly resident of Hiroshima had been sitting on the front steps of the bank waiting for the doors to open. They were clutching their walking stick and they had their other arm against their chest right as the bomb exploded. And when it did, they were one of the 70,000 people that were instantaneously vaporized. This Hiroshima shadow, as it's called, is all that is left of this person. Their shadow remained on the front steps of this bank for over 20 years before they finally removed that section of the stairs and brought it to a museum.
Listen up. If you've been injured in a recent car accident,
so that part of the stairs is in a museum.
What you do next can make or break how much money you get. Here's the biggest mistake I see.
You understand? So at that point, let's read it one more time in Zechariah, Lord.
The book of Zechariah, chapter 14, verse 12. And this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth.
Says their eyes are going to consume away. Now, this is a fact. You guys look it up. Some people did survive, and they had severe for the rest of their life radiation problems and cancer problems. But they also, some people lost their eyes and their tongues from inside of their mouth. Facts. And they survived blind and deaf. I mean, blind and dumb, meaning can't speak for the rest of their life. So it's kind of like, what do you want to do? Do you want to survive the blast and then you want to live like this? Let's keep reading a little bit here. Then we're going to get some more scriptures. Okay. Let's go up a little bit. Read right here, Lob. Following the flash of light.
God, it says, following the flash of light comes the blast wave, like thunder following lightning, which will break apart many structures and blow out the flames. But crumbled structures burn more easily, and fires will be reignited by burning embers and electrical sparks.
So the blast wave is going to initially, because there's fire in the blast wave, but it's going to not keep it from catching just yet until after the blast, and then everything's going to unite like simultaneously. Read.
It says, imagine how easily a house would burn with open gas lines, or a filing station with gas pumps knocked over. In fact, there are many flammable sources of fuel for fires in cities, including buildings and their contents, trees, and even asphalt. Modern materials, such as plastic, not only burn with a sooty smoke, but also produce high levels of toxic chemicals. The direct effects of the nuclear weapons, blasts, radioactivity, fires, and extensive pollution will kill millions of people, but only those near the targets. However, the fires would have another effect. Massive amounts of dark smoke from the fires will be lofted into the upper
troposphere. Yeah.
10 to 15 kilometers above Earth's surface in the tropics. And
look up 10 to 15 kilometers. How high is that above the Earth's surface? Where my smart brothers at? Just use a Google. Let's Google that real quick. 10 to 15 kilometers above Earth's surface. Just type in how high is 10 to 15 kilometers above Earth's surface. Let's see if anybody can get that from me. Huh? 9.3 miles? Huh? 15 kilometers? So the actual smoke is going to go that high, right? 9 miles high, the smoke. Now, mind you, this is not just one bomb. Okay, this is not just one bomb. This is multiple bombs. So now you got the smoke going 9 miles high, right? 9 miles is a long way when you're talking about in the sky, or just thinking about going 9 miles. Who want to go 9 miles under the ocean? Just to give you some type of idea. Who want to go 9 miles under the ocean? That's crazy, ain't it? So 9 miles in the sky, that's pretty high. Plus, that's just the smoke that's going to cover the sky, right? Let's keep reading. Read.
God, and it says 6 to 8 kilometers above the surface in higher latitudes. And then absorption of sunlight will further heat the smoke, lifting it into the stratosphere, a layer where the smoke will persist for years with no rain to wash it out.
No rain to wash out. Now, I think I was talking to Tahar Tahar was like, shoot, do we want rain? Do you really want rain? I don't think you want like a chemical wastewater dropping on you. All right. Radioactive water. Y'all ever seen The Simpsons? Y'all know what I'm talking about? The radioactive plant with that polluted the water and people was growing. The fish was growing 3 eyes. Remember that? And the man, Homer had 1 eye. I remember that episode. People gonna get mutated. Right? Stuff is real. Let's go from there. Go to Zechariah chapter 5. You familiar with Zechariah chapter 5, Shaquat? Yeah, look at this Zechariah chapter 5, man. Because you knew about Zechariah 14, so this Zechariah chapter 5 is cold. Let's read verse 1.
The book of Zechariah chapter 5 verse 1. Then I turned and lifted up my eyes and looked, and behold, a flying roll.
It says, behold, a flying roll. Why do they keep saying a roll? Because what does a nuclear missile look like? What does it look like to the ancient world? Oh, let me go back. Salakia. A flying roll. See what this? Imagine if remember, you have to put yourself 2,000 years ago. 2,000 years ago, if I'm seeing something like this looks like a flying roll to me. What is that? What's this? Read.
Then I turned and lifted up my eyes and looked, and behold, a flying roll.
Read.
And he said unto me, what seest thou? And I answered, I see a flying roll.
Read.
The length thereof is 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof 10 cubits.
So 20 cubits is about, 20 cubits is about 34 feet. Right? So he's seeing about 20 cubits. The average nuclear whistle now is from 17 to like 29, 25, give or take feet. So remember, we're not dealing with we're dealing with what's the word I'm looking for? We're dealing with approximations. So if he's seeing a vision, he like, I see a flying roll that's like 35 feet. 35 feet. A 35-foot flying roll. That's what he's seeing. What is that, brothers? That's a missile. Right? Watch, keep reading.
Then said he unto me, this is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth.
Then the Most High, the angel of the Lord said, this is a curse that's going to go across on the face of the earth. This is a curse. So this flying roll that's 35 feet long is a curse that's going to go upon earth. How is this roll that's 35 feet a curse upon earth? But the nuclear bomb we literally, as human beings, we made a curse. Literally, we've made a curse. Watch this, read.
For everyone that stealeth shall be cut off as on this side according to it. And everyone that swears shall be cut off as on that side according to it. I will bring it forth, said the Lord of hosts, and it shall enter into the house of the thief and into the house of him that swear falsely by my name. And it shall remain in the midst of his house and shall consume it with the timber thereof and the stones thereof.
Now wait, I know this went past your head, so we got to slow roast what they just said right now. First off, the Lord said that this flying roll is going to be a curse to everybody that's basically breaking my commandments. This flying roll is going to be a curse to everybody that's breaking my commandments. So if you are not in the commandments of the Most High God, brothers and sisters, you in here, we know the people out there already. We talking about you in here. If you are not sincerely keeping the laws of the Most High God, this flying roll is for you. Now, notice what he said. Read verse 4 one more time.
Verse 4. I will bring it forth, saith the Lord of hosts, and it shall enter into the house of the thief.
It's going to go to the thief. It's going to enter into the house of the thief. Read.
And into the house of him that swear falsely by my name.
And those that keep the Lord's name in vain, meaning idol worship, right? All your family members that's keeping Christmas, when that flying roll get in the sky, they gone. Right? Read.
And it shall remain in the midst of his house and shall consume it with the
And
timber,
this flying roll is not going to leave. It's going to remain in your house. Right? But watch this, read.
and shall consume it with the timber thereof and the stones thereof.
How is this flying roll going to consume your house that's made of stone? Fire. It said that this flying roll is going to consume the timber thereof and the stone thereof. It's going to consume your house. What does that look like? What does that look like? Let me show y'all. We just had it. Let me see. Let me go. Nah, not that one. Let's go back to the history. Maybe what is that going to look like? Dang, it's that video I wanted. Dang. Oh, this is actual footage of the biggest nuclear explosion that they did, right? Look how high that mushroom cloud is. But y'all remember that video? I can't find it. Y'all remember that video that I played of how the blast looks? Let me see. Yeah, the simulation. Let me see. You know what? I can't find it, so don't worry. Oh, is it right here? No, it's not right here. Let me see. Oh, here it is, right here. No, this is not it. This is the missile one. You know what? Don't worry about it. I'll for the sake of time, I don't want to look for it. I don't know what I did with it. But y'all remember that simulation that we did, and it was showing the blast radius. All right. So just imagine what's going to happen to your home. It's going to basically blow up your home, basically. Y'all, okay, the Sarah Connor video, right? The Terminator 2. What happened to all the houses, all the buildings? It got destroyed, right? Let's keep reading. Read.
Come on, verse 5. Then the angel that talked with me went forth and said unto me, lift up now thine eyes and see what is this that goeth forth.
He said, now it ain't over yet. It says, look up in heaven and now look what you see. See what you see. Read.
And I said, what is it? And he said, this is an ephah that goeth forth. He said, moreover, this is their resemblance through all the earth.
He said, this is an ephah that goes forth, and this is their resemblance through all the earth. Watch this. Read.
And behold, there was lifted up a talent of lead, and this is a woman that sitteth in the midst of the ephah. And he said, this is wickedness. And he cast it into the midst of the ephah, and he cast a weight of lead upon the mouth thereof.
Now, what is this talking about? The ephod and the lead. What is this all talking about? Right? What is this talking about? Well, the lead is very important to get you to understand something, like a context clue. Right? Why is lead important? Right? Look at this. Did you guys know in nuclear weapons, lead is primarily used as a tamper material, which means it surrounds the fusionable core to help compress it and minimize the nuclear chain reaction by reflecting neutrons back into the core, thus enhancing the explosive yield. Lead is used to enhance the explosive yield. In this prophecy, the Most High took ephod and lead and fused them together. Look at this. Let's read it one more time. Read. Go read that. Read 7 again.
Verse 7. And behold, there was lifted up a talent of lead, and this is a woman that sitteth in the midst of the ephah. And he said, this is wickedness.
Read.
And he cast it into the midst of the ephah.
Read.
And he cast the weight of lead upon the mouth thereof.
Watch this. Read.
Then lifted I up mine eyes and looked, and behold, there came out 2 women, and the wind was in their wings, for they had wings like the wings of a stork.
Read.
And they lifted up the ephod between the earth and the heaven.
So they took the ephod mixed with this lead, and they took it in the midst of the earth and the heaven. You understand? Now, when I was researching this, I just wanted to see what lead had to do with nuclear warfare, and lead is used to enhance the explosive capabilities of the bomb. So now what happens, right? Between the earth and the heaven, read.
Verse 10. Then said I to the angel that talked with me, whither do these bear the ephod? And he said unto me, to build it an house in the land of Shinar.
It says to build it in the house of the land of Shinar. In other words, we're going to put this in the land of Shinar. The land of Shinar, another word for the land of Shinar is Babylon. Right? Read.
And it shall be established and set there upon her own base.
Now the Most High said that this was called wickedness, right? Go to Isaiah chapter 9, verse 18. Watch this. The Lord said that this was called wickedness. While you getting that lob, I'm going to read it one more time. Verse 8. And he said this is wickedness, right? But let's get another description of what wickedness actually is. That's why you got to go through the precepts. Watch this. Read.
Isaiah
9 and 18.
The book of Isaiah chapter 9 verse 18. For wickedness burneth as the fire.
Wickedness does what?
Burneth as the fire.
And what else does it do?
Shall devour the briars and thorns, and shall kindle in the thickets of the forest, and they shall mount up like the lifting up of smoke.
So the Most High said this is wickedness that you're seeing, but the scriptures also says that wickedness is an explosion, pretty much. It's fire, right? What is the Most High saying? Wickedness is what created these weapons. These weapons were not created for a good use of. Remember what we were going through today, fellas, about life and the ecosystem and stuff like that. These weapons have no whatsoever capability of producing life. It is just to destroy. Wickedness as a fire. These things were created to be a destruction tool for the wicked, right? The Most High said that he was going to put this in the heavens, let it rain down, like we read in Revelations, as stars falling from the sky, and literally destruction upon the face of the earth, right? No resources, no water, no food. Okay, but watch this. Let's go from there. Go to Isaiah chapter 24. Isaiah chapter 24.
You seen that that movie Oppenheimer too?
Nah, I ain't seen that one.
Yeah, so Oppenheimer is the one who created the atomic bomb.
Oh, I see.
So he did. Then in the movie, while he was doing, because he got the equation from Einstein. And continue to do it. And when he found out that he was able to do this, he was like, I created death.
Wow.
He said, that's why I'm like, this is crazy right here, because what we just went to in Zechariah, it just showed that these things will happen. They'll be able to make it. And when he made it, he was like, I don't know how I did this, but I became the destroyer. Wow. And I created death. That's
wow.
Crazy.
That's a quote from him.
Right. That's a quote from him. You can look it up.
That's a true story.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dang, I finally got one I ain't seen. All praises. I'm gonna watch that tonight. Wow, that's so he through the spirit, he's already letting the world know I created death. This is just a weapon of mass destruction I've created.
So he was having nightmares. He was thinking like he doesn't even know how he was able to do it. He was just like something came upon him.
Wow.
And it was crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. He said that he just came upon him. Damn, that's scripture. If that ain't scriptural, the Lord gave that to him.
Man, that's cool.
For his weapon against evil.
All right.
Wow. Most High made him do that. Let's go from there. Let's go to Isaiah 24 and start at verse 1.
This is the book of Isaiah chapter 24, verse 1. Behold, the Lord maketh the earth empty, and maketh it waste, and turneth upside down, and scattereth abroad the inhabitants thereof. And it shall be as with the people, so with the priest, as with the servant, so with his master, as with the maid, so with her mistress, as with the buyer, so with the seller, as with the lender, so with the borrower, as with the taker of usury, so with the giver of usury to him. The land shall be utterly empty.
You see that? So the Lord is going to touch everybody. Watch this. The Lord is going to touch everybody. To the land is going to be empty. Read.
And utterly spoiled. For the Lord has spoken this word.
The land is going to be empty and utterly spoiled. When that nuclear winter hit, it ain't gonna be no growing no crops, ain't gonna be no apple trees. It's not gonna be none of that. It's just gonna be death and destruction and starvation and mutated people. Ain't gonna be no fresh water. You think you're gonna be able to take a bath? Not only just because there's no water in the house or whatever, of course, obviously, but you think you're gonna be able to jump in a lake? You're gonna jump in a lake and come out with a third arm. You know what I mean? Put your feet in the water and the pinky gonna grow another pinky on the side. Fact, you ain't gonna have, it's not gonna be none of that. All of the stuff we enjoying right now. See, this is why when people be like, oh, can't wait for Jacob's trouble. All right. Remember Jacob, some of us still gotta die. By the hands of, we might survive the curse, but some of us still gotta die by the hands of the people. Remember, we still gotta get persecuted. You understand? We still gotta go through that. We read that in 2nd Ezra, what was that? 16, I think, 17, 16? We read that last week. So watch this. Keep reading.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 24, verse 4. Or verse 3. This land shall be utterly emptied and utterly spoiled. For the Lord has spoken this word.
Read.
The earth mourneth and fadeth away.
So let me show you guys what's going to happen directly after these events unfold. Read.
The world languishes and fadeth away.
Read.
The haughty people of the earth do languish.
So the haughty people, remember, the scripture says the haughty people of the earth. So we ain't talking about the people that fear God. Somehow, some way, through the miraculous power of the Most High, when that happens, we all ain't gonna be touched in here. I'm gonna show y'all. We gonna somehow, some way, we gonna be the rebel, and we gonna be like, I don't know how, but we just didn't get touched. You see what I'm saying? It's gonna be the truth. The Most High. Remember, the Most High said he was going to deliver us from the four corners of the earth. He said the deliverance that we're going to see is going to be something that can't even be explained. It's going to be, y'all think Moses' deliverance was great? Lord said, when he delivered us the second time, the way he delivered us from Moses is going to look like child's play. This is going to be like child's play. It's a scripture that talks about that. Let me get that real quick. Let me get that scripture real quick. Because it says, let me pull that real quick.
So that's when you really want to make sure you got the mark of the Lord. Man, when you talk about the mark of the beast, it says go out and mark those who's going to be destroyed. You're going to have that mark. So the same thing when we was in Egypt, you put the blood across the post, and it was a symbolic, but it was a thing of us being covered by the blood and having our righteous mark. Somehow, some way, man, with all this that's gonna go on, the Lord still going. That's crazy, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, Jeremiah 16 and 14. Watch this.
God.
Jeremiah chapter 16, verse 14. Watch this.
God, this is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 16, verse 14. Therefore, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that it shall no more be said, the Lord liveth that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt.
So when it says that it's no more going to be said, that basically what it's trying to say there is alluding to the fact that we gonna forget about that. Right. That ain't gonna be nothing no more. We ain't gonna be talking about, we always talk about Moses. We ain't talking about that no more. It said that's gone. We ain't even gonna be mentioning that. Like, not saying that we but just for you guys to understand that's gonna be lessly talked about, because what is it gonna say? Read
verse 15. But the Lord liveth that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north, and from all the lands whither he had driven them, and I will bring them again into their land that I gave unto their fathers.
He says that deliverance ain't gonna have nothing on the second coming deliverance. He said it's gonna be something that we ain't even gonna be. Moses, respect to Moses and what he did, of course, but did y'all see what the Lord did that second time? I don't even, man, we seen flying rolls, falling stars, and Israel was delivered from that. Earthquakes and famines and nuclear winters and all that. What's up, Bob? Use the mic.
I was gonna say, I don't know if we're gonna get persecuted because most of the world ain't gonna have no eyeballs or a tongue. You know what I'm saying?
You remember you remember what happened? You remember what happened in 2nd Ezra 16, right? There's still gonna be a remnant of people left. Remember, we talked about that. We read that whole chapter. Go back and read that chapter. It's still gonna be people left. It's gonna be a few, but remember what it said? Remember in that 2nd Ezra 16, it said that it's gonna be people that's gonna conspire against what word did he use in 2nd Ezra's? Basically, they're gonna create like a mob. They're gonna form like a mob and they're gonna persecute the righteous. This is going to happen. So yeah, you're gonna have some stuff to worry about. Remember what the Lord said? He said, don't stay stationary. Remember, we read that in 2nd Ezra. He said, you got to keep moving. Don't make a house and think you're gonna make this house your home. He said, Israel got you. He said, Israel gonna be like nomads in the world. Meaning you ain't gonna. I know Israel, and there's no disrespect to my brothers on this type of time because it's good. But I remember, I think it was Taz, we joked about it after. He was like, man, it ain't no point to buy no land or nothing. What we buying land for? You're gonna have to be 100% guns. Good luck trying to find your gun in all that rebel. Matter of fact, your gun gonna be disintegrated. You're gonna literally have to rely. You're literally gonna have to rely on the Most High. Literally. We can go to Victorville right now and raise some chickens and some goats and all that all we want. But when that happens, it ain't gonna be nothing left. The Most High the land, matter of fact, the sun ain't gonna even be shining. So what we gonna be growing? So at the end of the day, when the scripture says this is Jacob's trouble, that's what it means. This is not Jacob's peace. Like, okay, we cool, we prepare. Nah, I'm not, and of course, I'm not saying don't do those things. I'm not saying don't get guns. I'm not saying don't do those things. But what I'm telling you is that you're going to have to rely on the Most High more than anything in these days. What did you want to say, Khalif? Say Hebrew name out.
Tazarah.
Tazarah. Yes, Salaki. I got to get that. Go ahead.
All praises. During this turmoil and trouble, like you said, we have to put 100% on the Most High. And getting through this is only going to glorify him.
Yes. And that's why he's going to put us through such turmoil.
Yeah. Can you imagine the glory he's going to get?
It has to be. That's why do you think when it says the rich and all those people that's going to be hiding in the rocks, they're going to say it's the Lord doing this? Because they're going to be able to recognize, wait, hold on. It's some people that didn't get touched. What? How? You not sick? You don't got boils on your head? Your eyes ain't burned out of your socket? What's going on? And you're going to have some people that's, you know what they're going to say? Kill him. Kill him. Just like in that Wisdom of Solomon, I believe, chapter 3, when it says that the wicked going to put us through all these type of tests. Let's go there real quick before we finish. Let's go to Wisdom of Solomon. I'm going to show y'all. Remember, the scriptures fit like a whole cohesive apocrypha right here. Go to Wisdom of Solomon real quick. Wisdom of Solomon chapter let me see. Actually, no, that's not one yet. No, chapter 2, and let's start at verse 10.
So, Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2, verse 10. Let us oppress the poor righteous man. Let us not spare the widow, nor reverence the ancient gray hairs of the age.
See, this is what the wicked gonna be thinking. Let us put this poor righteous man. Let's put him into torments. Read, watch this.
Let our strength be the law of justice, for that which is feeble is found to be nothing worthy. Therefore, let us lie and wait for the righteous, because he is not for our turn, and he is clean contrary to our doings. He upbraideth us with our offending the law, and objective to our infamy, the transgressions of our education.
Guys, that's not happening right now. Guys, that is not happening right now. When is that going to happen? In Jacob's trouble. When is Jacob's trouble? When all of this stuff pops off. So it's going to be like apocalyptic, and we're going to be having to get put through test. But this is the big part that I want to see. Look at what they're going to say. Read verse 17.
Verse 17. Let us see if his words be true.
Hey, why you didn't get touched by the bomb and you not having no effects of the radiation? Because I serve the Most High God. Let's see if his words be true. Oh, yeah? You serve the Most High God? Oh, yeah? So your God did this to me? Your God did this to us? That was your God. Oh, yeah? Watch what he say. Read.
And let us prove what shall happen in the end of him.
Okay, let's prove it. We're going to prove that your God is real. All right, let's see. Read.
For if the just man be the son of God, he will help him and deliver him from the hand of his enemies.
Because didn't God deliver him from that explosion? Right. Oh, okay. Well, let's see if God gonna deliver you from my hands. And guess what's gonna happen? Guess what's gonna happen? The Lord is gonna allow you to be put through that torment.
Same thing with Christ.
Yeah.
Remember, they was like, he could bring a charge of angels.
Yes.
Man, that's crazy.
The Lord is gonna allow you to be put through that torment because let's go back to Revelations real quick. Hold that. Hold that. Hold that. Go to Revelations. And let's get I think it's is it 8? Let me see. No, let me see. After the seals. Or is it 5? What'd you say, Mama? Mic check. Is it? Can y'all hear me? Put 7s in the chat if my mic. Oh, it's be peaking. My bad. I'm sorry. Is it? How is it now? Mic check. How is it now? What are they saying? Is it good now? Let me know. Let me know. 6 and 11. 6 and 11. Revelation. We gotta. You know what it is? We gotta turn down. We gotta figure out how to turn down the modem because the modem is too loud. So every time I get excited, and y'all know I'm an excited type of teacher, it get loud. So forgive me. I'm gonna try to compose myself. Revelation chapter 6 verse 11. Read that loud.
This is the book of Revelation chapter 6 verse 11.
Read.
And white robes were given unto every one of them. And it was
let's read verse up. Read 9. Let's read 9.
The book of Revelation chapter 6 verse 9.
Read.
And when he had opened the 5th seal, I saw under the altar the souls of them that were slain for the word of God and for the testimony which they held.
You see that? So do not we have the fallen that have already died for the word of God before us? Yeah, the apostles, you know, all of the prophets, right? So these men have already died for the Lord, and they like, man, Lord, when are we gonna get our revenge on them that dwell upon the earth? And what did the Lord say? Read.
And they cried with a loud voice, saying, how long, O Lord, holy and true, dost thou not judge and avenge our blood on them that dwell on the earth?
Verse 11.
And white robes were given unto every one of them, and it was said unto them that they should rest yet for a little season.
Read.
Until their fellow servants also and their brethren that should be killed as they were should be fulfilled.
See, somebody got to die. Somebody gonna have to die. Go ahead. 2nd Ezra 7 and 9. Get that live. Somebody got to die. 2nd Ezra chapter 7 verse 9. Let's get it for Sister Barb. 2nd Ezra chapter 7 verse 9.
The book of 2nd Ezra chapter 7 and verse 9.
Read.
If this city now were given into a man for an inheritance, if he never shall pass.
Oh, yeah, this is a good one. This is like one of my favorite scriptures right here. Go ahead.
Verse 9. If this city now were given into a man for inheritance, if he never shall pass the danger set before it, how shall he receive this inheritance?
That's a great, that was a great precept. How can we receive the inheritance? We got to, for the sake of time, because I do want to get through Isaiah 24, but that's actually a great, matter of fact, we might have to read that. Yeah, go back to 2nd Ezra. You know what? We'll touch on it, but basically go and read that 2nd Ezra. That 2nd Ezra is talking about how hard it's going to be for us to get into the next kingdom. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be hard. You're going to go through challenges, right? Even unto death during the time of Jacob's trouble. It's going to happen. So some of us, hey, my brother Appa Shaw said they ain't gonna have no hands. You ain't seen Mad Max? They're gonna take a hook and put it in their hand, and they're gonna have a hook. They're gonna be cutting you up with Captain Hook. You know what I mean? Huh? Yes, we have to be obedient unto death. So some of us in here, or our children, or whatever, somebody gotta die. So it's not a question on may die. Somebody has to die in here. And you know, the way the Lord does things, it's gonna hurt me to say this, but the way the Lord does things, he put the strongest and boldest of us through the severe test. Like the Peters, the Lobs, the Ratazans, you know what I mean? The Jobs, the teachers, like the people that's, you know how everybody want to be street teachers and prophets on the corner? Yeah, he gonna put them in and through the test. You know, the brothers that be posting on social media, I can't wait to Jacob's trouble. All right. That's why I be telling brother, every time I see brothers, I can't wait to man, let me get that. So y'all won't think I'm tripping. Let me yeah, give me that. I think that's in is it Amos, or is it it's in one of the small? Is it Amos?
Yeah. Oh wait.
I don't think it's Amos though. I think it's one of the small books though. I'm gonna find it right now. I gotta get this one. Actually, it is Amos. He was right. 5 and 18. 5 and 18.
The book of Amos, chapter 5, verse 18. Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord.
I can't wait till the Lord come back. I can't wait to Jacob's trouble. I can't wait to Esau destroy. I can't wait. All right. What the scripture say? Read.
Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord.
To
what end is it for you?
What end is it for you?
5
and 18. Mm-hmm. What end is it for you? How you know you gonna be good? You know, we be having pride, man. We be thinking we already saved sometimes. Boy, the way Israel be, you be thinking they already the Most High God himself. It's only one man God told was gonna make it. Who was that, brothers? Who did God tell he was gonna make it? I think it was Ezra. And he told him, he said, yeah, it was Ezra. He told Ezra, yeah, you gonna be up here with me for sure. But some brothers be acting like we Ezra, where the Most High didn't told us we gonna make it already. All right, read that out.
The book of Amos, chapter 5, verse 18. Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. Mm-hmm. To what end is it for you? The day of the Lord is darkness and not light.
The day of the Lord is not light. It's darkness. It's not a good day. Like, it's not a good day until after, when he comes deliver us, of course. But it ain't a good day. It's darkness. Was that all of that?
You want me? I keep going though. About when we flee from a bear.
Nah, that's good. That's good. Yeah, give me that. Yeah, read that.
Verse 19. As if a man did flee from a lion.
So the day of the Lord is like a man that flee from a lion.
Read. And a bear meet him.
And then you run into a bear around the corner. Mm-hmm. You gotta wait. Now just imagine that for a second. You got away from a lion. A lion. You got away from a lion. What's the chances of you running away from a lion and getting away? Right. Slim. But then you hit that corner, and then it's a bear right there. But then, what did it say, Reed?
Or went into the house and leaned.
So then you go into the house. You didn't got away. Now what's the chances of that? You didn't got away from a lion and a bear. And then you go in the house and you resting. Right? Read.
And lean his hand on the wall.
Put your hand on the wall to rest.
And a serpent bit him.
And a damn poisonous snake bites you. That's how the day of the Lord is. You escape the blast, but now you got to deal with the winter, the nuclear winter. But you escaped the nuclear winter. You getting by, but now you got to deal with the persecution. It ain't gonna be no cakewalk like, yeah, the day of the Lord coming. I can't. All right. Brothers be on the corner screaming at Esau, when the Lord destroy you when he come back, you might be with him. You might be with him. I don't know. We don't know. The thing that we need to do, that we know for a certainty, is to keep these commandments to the best of our abilities and to do right by each other and to love each other and the fruits of the Spirit. That's why, Ratan, when you do those fruits of the Spirit lesson, you know, we got to constantly remind ourselves, because we're not perfect. No one's in here perfect. We all have our faults and the things that we've been through in our lives. But what makes us great is when we can see those things and repent and apologize and to not do those things again to the best of our ability, to not offend our God and to not offend our people. That's the only chance you got. It don't matter how many people you brought into the truth. It don't matter how many people I got sitting in here listening to class. Don't matter how many people was online, whether it's 75 to 1,000 people on our live streams. It doesn't matter. The only way that we're going to be saved is by keeping these commandments in the heart. That's it. Only then will the Most High save you. And then even then, he might not save you in the way that you think he should save you. You might think you might think he should save you by letting no pain happen to you. But that's just not the case. The Lord might save you and give you a great seat for being a martyr for God in those days. See what I'm saying? That's what's going to happen. Let's go back to that Isaiah 24. And let's start at verse read verse 4. Watch this.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 24, verse 4.
Read.
The earth mourneth and fadeth away. The world languish and fadeth away. The haughty people of the earth do languish.
The world is about to get ready to pass away. Read.
The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant.
You see that? It says the earth is also defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because we're breaking God's laws. We're changing the times. We're changing the commandments, right? We're teaching that we don't have to keep the commandments. We're teaching we don't have to keep feast days. We're teaching that God just gonna love you. God is all love. My God will never do that. All right. Watch this. Read.
Therefore hath the curse devoured the earth.
Has the curse devoured the earth? When it says therefore have the curse devoured the earth, you know what that's talking about? That's talking about that bomb. That's the curse. We read that in Zechariah. That's the curse. That is the man that, what's his name?
Oppenheimer.
Yeah. When he said, I was having visions and dreams of death and all of that. Yeah, he was cursed. That man was cursed. He created the curse. So you don't think the man that created the curse ain't going to be cursed in his life? Yeah. You don't even know how he came up with the equation to make something like that. That is the curse. What do you want to say? Use the mic so they can hear you online.
Yeah, but don't God use the devil to check other?
I'm sorry, speak a little bit up.
God uses devils to one devil to check another devil.
Yeah, the Most High controls all the devils and all of that.
So couldn't he, Oppenheimer, be working with the devil?
Could he be with the devil?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. To make something like that, yeah, the Lord has given him up. Like, remember when Christ was fasting for 40 days and 40 nights, and the devil came to tempt him, and the devil told him, I'll give you all of this if you bow down to me. Yes, it's the spirit. It's the same type of concept. Yeah. The Most High allowed that to happen to Christ. And it's the same thing that's happening with now. Esau's the vessel for the devil. That's why, what kind of man are you to master making a man a woman and a woman a man? That's a devil. Who one day was like, oh, like you know what I mean? I got it. Aha. Give me who got their IDs and put they self on the donor list. Take yourself off the donor list. Mess around. The minor wife got his body on the donor list. Now they experiment on his body, making him a woman. I'm messing with the minor wife. But that's what they do, though. I'm just messing with you today. You just got a target on your head right now. Just mess with them on a while. But that's a fact though. That's why I took. Huh? Oh yeah, we need this kid. We need this. Ooh, that she got a womb. Okay, let her die so we can take her womb and put it in this man and see how it go. That's a fact. Where do you guys think they're getting the wombs? You think a live woman? It's just randomly given away. If a live woman has to give away her womb, that means something is wrong with it. Yeah. So a infected womb with whatever happens to women as they get older, they don't want to use that. They want to use a young woman's womb. That's like 20, 21. So how they gonna get that? Well, she gonna get in a car accident, she gonna die, and they gonna take her womb out. And then guess what? That's why you guys, because I don't want to get striked, y'all are sick. Y'all got dead people's woman wombs inside of your stomach, and you happy about like trying to. That's sick. But this is the sick mind and vindictive, twisted mind that the white man has. And he also has that. Remember, the white man, we touched on that the first class when we dealt with this. Remember, the white man, the Caucasian man, so-called Esau, he has the ability and a gift to be superb in weaponry. Remember, that was his gift in Genesis 27. That was his blessing. He will be skilled. He will be skilled with weaponry, right? And he will be the most vile person ever. All right. So let's keep reading this. Watch this. Read. So this is a curse. Read verse 6 again.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 24, verse 6. Therefore hath the curse devoured the earth.
The curse is going to devour the earth. How is the curse going to devour the earth? We see that, right? It's going to destroy the world. Read.
And they that dwell therein are desolate.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and few men left.
You see that? It says the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and only few men left because of the curse of the earth. It's not just going to be America, y'all. It's not going to just be Babylon. It's going to be the world. Now, America might be worse than other parts of the world because America has the most enemies and they're going to all be trying to target America. Absolutely. So, yeah, America going to be just totally, because you got to think about it. All the missiles, most of the missiles going to be at America. But the world is going to be getting it. Because you don't think America going to kamikaze? Oh, y'all going to try to take me out? Everybody going. Shoot all the missiles I got to everywhere. Yeah, he gonna destroy. So another nation might not be as bad, but it's gonna still be bad because all it takes is one. That's all it takes is one. So if America got like 5,000, how much did America got? Like
majority.
Like
them and Russia
got majority. They got majority of the missiles. They got, let's say they just got, even I know they got more than 1,000, but all they need is 1,000 missiles to hit every country they don't like. More than twice. So, I mean, the world is going to be destroyed. Right? Burn with fire. Read.
Verse 7. The new wine mourneth, the vine languishes, all the merry-hearted do sigh.
You see that? It says the new wine mourneth. Ain't going to be no, let's turn up and drink some wine. Nah. It says the married. Ain't gonna be no happy in marriage. Shout out to Brother Tahar and his beautiful wife Angel. They gonna have a marriage ceremony tomorrow. Clap it up for the brother, man. Okay. We gonna all praises. We gonna rejoice tomorrow and we gonna have fun tomorrow. But it ain't gonna be none of that fun in these times. Ain't gonna be no married. Let's get married and all that. Who sung that song? Who was that? Jagged Edge. Ain't gonna be no Jagged Edge playing and none of that. You're going to be trying to survive. Watch this. Read.
The mirth of tabrets ceaseth. The noise of them that rejoice endeth. The joy of the heart ceaseth.
Ain't going to be no partying and all of that. It's going to be sad. Read.
They shall not drink wine with a song. Strong drink shall be bitter to them that drink it.
Read.
The city of confusion is broken down.
Mm-hmm.
Every house is shut up,
mm-hmm.
that no man may come in.
Mm-hmm.
There is a crying for wine in the streets.
Mm-hmm.
All joy is darkened.
Uh-huh.
The mirth of the land is gone.
Uh-huh.
And the city is left desolation.
Mm-hmm.
And the gate is smitten with destruction.
Says the gates and the city is going to be destroyed. Read.
When thus it shall be in the midst of the land among the people, there shall be as the shaking of an olive tree.
Read.
And and as a gleaning grapes when the vintage is done.
Uh-huh.
They shall lift up their voice. They shall sing for the majesty of the Lord. They shall cry aloud from the sea.
Now, who do you think this is in verse 14 that says they shall lift up their voice? They shall sing for the majesty of the Lord. They shall cry out loud from the sea. Who is that? That's Israel. So guess what? What's going to be the only songs that's being sung? Us. It's just going to be us. Because if we survive that, all praises to the Most High. We're going to be like, we're going to be the only ones happy in the earth in terms of how we're surviving. What you think that's going to make the other people in the world feel like? They're going to be mad at you. They're going to be mad. How the hell you get to survive? Why you not touched? And then they're going to see us praising the Lord. The Lord said we're going to be praising. We're going to be happy. And it's going to be a natural, we're not talking about that fake bootleg Christian praise. We're talking about that real, like, God, we made it. You know what I mean? Like, we're going to be just praising the Lord. That's what the scripture says in verse 14. They shall lift up their voice. They shall sing for the majesty of the Lord. They shall cry out loud from the sea. Watch this, read.
Wherefore glorify ye the Lord in the fire.
It says, even in fire all around you. Fire, everything gonna be burnt down. Fire gonna be all around you. The Most High God said, you still glorify me. Fire all around you. You still glorify me. Read.
Even the name of the Lord God of Israel in the isles of the sea.
See, because I'm gonna do a lesson on prayer. Prayer, praise, worship, that is very important in a sincere matter. The Lord still wants that. You think the Lord want us to stop praising him when this is going on? Nah, he said in fire and tribulation, all of that is going on all around you. I still need you to do what you got to do to worship me. Watch this, read.
From the uttermost part of the earth have we heard songs, even glory to the righteous.
The only songs that we're going to hear, and look what it says. It says to the uttermost part of the earth, meaning it's going to be through the four corners of the earth. And it says the only songs we're going to be hearing of gladness is the Israelites. We're going to be the only ones in the earth that's going to be singing. That's going to be glad. That's why the Most High God says, I ain't going to pull it in that Jeremiah. He says, take away the noise of thy songs. And I'm paraphrasing. In the land of the north, thy music and all that, when all of the rap music and the Cardi B's and all that, the Lord going to do away with all of that. It's a scripture, I believe, in Jeremiah where he says he's going to do away with all that, the songs of the land of the north. He's going to get rid of all that. I don't want to hear none of that new. You heard that new Sexy Red? Him too. All that. Destroy. Let me give y'all an example to his point. Remember on Book of Eli when it was like precious to have a little iPad? Remember when he had it and it was like that was a hot commodity. Ain't gonna be none of that. It's at them times it's gonna be like if you stumble across a little what's the old little, I don't even, not iPad, but the iPod, the old iPod. If you stumble against up against a old iPod, you're gonna be happy. Like, oh shoot, I heard music in I don't know how long. Yeah, but the Lord said ain't gonna be none of that. He said the only music that's gonna be in the earth is the righteous that's gonna be rejoicing. Watch this, read.
Verse 16, from the uttermost part of the earth have we heard songs, even glory to the righteous. But I said,
but now Isaiah, that was the Lord speaking, right? But now Isaiah gonna chime back in because Isaiah, he's just distraught. So Isaiah's like, but I said, hold on. Watch this, read.
My leanness, woe unto me.
He's telling the Most High, man. Isaiah is just seeing this. He's not even living it. And he like destruction, woe unto me. So why do people want this day to happen? Isaiah, like, my God. And he ain't even living it. He just witnessing it. Watch this, read.
The treacherous dealers have done treacherously.
He's like the treacherous dealers. What's the dude name that made the bomb?
Oh, Oppenheimer
and all these dudes. He's like, man, these treacherous dealers, they didn't dealt treacherously. They didn't made a damn curse upon the world. What did they say? They said the only way to prevent nuclear war from happening is what? Getting rid of it. There's never going away. That's how I know that this is something that's going to happen, because that thing ain't never going away. You think the superpowers of the world is ever going to give away that? Never. Watch this. Read.
Yea, the treacherous dealers have dealt very treacherously. Fear and the pit and the snare are upon thee, O inhabitant of the earth.
Says, fear and the pit and the snare are upon thee, O inhabitants of the earth, meaning it's very close. That's scary, because that was 2,000 something years ago. So he said it's close. He said it's upon you. It's near. So the thing about it is it can happen right now. You just don't know. We don't know. It could just happen, like boom, and we there. You know, watch this. Read.
And it shall come to pass that he who fleeth from the noise of the fear shall fall into the pit, and he that cometh up out of the midst of the pit shall be taken in the snare. For the windows from on high are open, and the foundations of the earth do shake. The earth is utterly broken down. The earth is clean, dissolved. The earth is moved exceedingly.
It says the earth is going to be broken down and dissolved. All of that's going to be done, right? Read.
The earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard.
It's going to be moving to and fro like a drunkard. You ever seen somebody that's like super just toe up and they just going back and forth? They can't even. That's how the world is going to be. It's going to be so much movement. When you hear the boom, boom. Have y'all ever like witnessed, like we ain't never even witnessed an explosion. Y'all ever went to Disneyland and went to one of the shows and they had like that little fake explosion? And y'all felt the heat on y'all face in the seat? That ain't even an explosion. That's just some little, imagine a nuke. Imagine a nuke. If there's an explosion like 2 blocks away from, we're going to hear it in here, just a regular explosion. Imagine when the nukes hit, how loud and violent everything's going to be shaking. You understand? It's dangerous times. Go ahead, mama. Get a mic to this.
I know some of that feeling. When I was a behavior detection officer for DHS, they would take us to Camp Pendleton. We would go to Camp Pendleton and they would do the explosion, the bombs and stuff. They would have all those demonstrations.
So you felt that, you experienced it, and that's just a regular bomb. That ain't even a nuke. A nuke is like what? 10,000 tons of TNT. 10,000 tons. Yeah. Imagine 10,000 tons of TNT. Huh? 10,000 tons. No, that's just one bomb. Oh, and it's thousands of them. Yeah. 10,000 tons of TNT, and it's thousands of the bombs. I think it's 10,000. Is it 10,000? Or is it 1,000? 1,000? Wait, give me the accurate. I don't want to misquote it. Is it 1,000 or 10,000? Look it up. How much TNT is in Satan 2? Could be wrong. I could be corrected. Let me make sure. Because I could be conflating that it's 10,000 bombs still made and conflating it with the TNT. What is it? Millions of tons? Even millions of tons. Put it like this: it's going to destroy everything.
Because you know what's crazy though too? Yeah. You know, like 4th of July, people doing the fireworks.
Oh yeah, the fireworks.
The firework. I looked it up. They said it's a tiny fraction of 1 TNT gram.
And like the fireworks.
Yeah, that's what they said.
The little, you know, the little bombs at the little M80s. That's like a fraction. That's a fraction of just TNT.
A tiny fraction.
That's a tiny fraction of TNT. If y'all know them. Y'all know Israel. They be blown, boom, and all the car alarms go off. That's just a tiny fraction of TNT. That's not even a bomb. So imagine you do the math and the calculations in your head of how a nuke would be. Go ahead, Op. $50 megatons. So that's more than 10,000 tons. What's 50 megatons? What's a megaton?
It's equivalent to 50 million tons.
Damn.
50 million.
I take that back. I undershot it. 50 million tons. Well, think about it, guys. They for a split second, they took the heat of the sun on the Earth's surface.
Oh yeah, in the movie he said when the bomb goes off, the sun will be the second hottest thing.
Yeah.
So, like
so that's a quote from him because we talked about that last week. It says the sun will be the second hottest thing. Man, all right. And imagine 1,000 of those going off simultaneously. We need the Lord, y'all. Man, we need the Most High. And you know, man, don't it just make your problem seem so small, whatever you're going through in your life and all that, you know, work and just going through. It's like, it don't even matter. No, when you start reading stuff like this, that's why y'all got to stay in your scriptures, because it don't even matter. Be like, what am I tripping about? What? He don't like me? What? She mad at me? What? Don't even matter. We need to get to the Lord.
Gotta call off work for the feast.
Gotta call off work for the feast.
Hey, that's easy.
It's easy. I can't pay my rent. Easy. Shoot, y'all got 30-day notices, man. They can't kick you out. We gonna be good for 15 days in here until I pay it. I'll be real with y'all. Versus going through that. You understand? It just makes your problems seem like featherweight. Watch this, read.
Gone. 2 Ezra chapter 24, verse 18.
Read.
And it shall come to pass that he who fleeth
read verse 19.
Verse 19.
Or read verse 20, because we read 19.
Salakia. Verse 20. The earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard, and shall be removed like a cottage. And the transgression thereof shall be heavy upon it, and it shall fall, and not rise again. And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall punish the hosts of the high ones that are on high, and the kings of the earth upon the earth.
The Lord's gonna punish all the powers, all the superpowers, all the nations. The Lord gonna punish all of them on the earth. And then what he say he gonna do? Read.
And they shall be gathered together as prisoners are gathered in the pit, and shall be shut up in the prison. And after many days shall they be visited.
Read.
Then the moon shall be confounded, and the sun ashamed, when the Lord of hosts shall reign in Mount Zion and in Jerusalem, and before his ancients gloriously.
So our next class, what we're going to talk about, we're going to talk about the transition of us going from this apocalyptic type of scene to the Lord delivering us from the four corners of the earth, taking us back to Jerusalem. You understand? Because that's going to have to happen. All right. Yeah. Oh, they got a video of it being tested. Let me look at my email real quick. Send it to the email. We could close it out with that. We'll show that video real quick. The BOW. All right. It was you said it was who? Oh, the SARS bomb. What you saying? Let me see. Let's pull this up. Brother Namanawaf is sharing this with us real quick. You already sent it? All right, it's gonna take a little second. How long is the video? Oh, just a minute. Okay. It's gonna take a minute. What kind of phone you got? You got an Android? That's why it's taking so long. You got Android? Nah, ain't my email. Shoot. Don't talk about my email. You emailed it to me, right? It shouldn't be in my spam, no. It shouldn't be in my spam. No matter what, send me stuff all the time. Hold on, where is that? Let me see. Yeah, no matter what, send me stuff all the time. No, it's not in my spam. Yeah, I could look it up. Where is it, on YouTube? Okay, 19. Okay, the SARS bomb. Let me see. You sure you sent it though? I don't know, man. I don't know, man. My bad, y'all. I'll be vibing to 1995 hip hop. Fair use. How you spell the SARS bomb? Oh, bomb footage. Let me see. This one right here. Oh, it just came through. See, your thing is just slow. Huh? All right, let's see, these people just these good people just got bombed right here, and it look. I'd rather deal with what they dealing with than what we reading about. At least they got sunlight and you know what I mean, water to drink. All right, let's watch this. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Sorry, y'all. I didn't share the screen for the people online. Salakia, let me share. I'm sorry, y'all. That's the 50 megaton. Let me share it online. I didn't share it online. And I ain't got nothing to the bombs that they got now.
Экипаж одевает защитные очки. Приближается к точке взрыва. Высота 4000 метров. Осталось 3 секунды. 2, 1, 0. Взрыв сопровождался световой вспышкой необычной силы. В этот момент самолет-носитель находился в 40 и последующие свечения, несмотря на сплошную облачность, были видны в радиусе до... Полевой столб, поднимающийся с земли, быстро увеличился в объеме.
Look how high that mushroom cloud is.
Секунд после взрыва диаметр полевого столба составлял около 10 километров. Увеличиваясь в размерах...
Look how high that mushroom cloud is. Look how far they are away from that.
В своем конечном развитии оно достигло высоты...
I don't know if they dropped it in the water or on land. I'm not sure. They probably did the water. They probably did water.
Burnout.
But that's 1961.
And y'all know how much they invest. You know how expensive that was? And bombs, they said for the 1961 one, when I looked it up, it said the U.S. spent 3.3 trillion. 3.3 trillion in 1961. If you don't know, man, now you got the Republicans in office. Every time Republicans in it, they always gonna invest into war even more. So what are they gonna be doing now?
Wait, trillion in 1961. Do y'all know how much that was?
Right.
Remember, $100 back then was good money. 1960.
Yeah.
$1,000 was good money. Trillion.
Crazy.
Just put it in perspective. But yeah, man, all praises to the Most High, man. The Most High, He'll deliver us. Con. All praise. Give it up to the Most High, man. End it. Shalom to everybody that's online. If anybody, if it's on your heart to give a donation, our Zelle is right here at the bottom of the screen. Believes of the way 144k@gmail.com. We love you guys. And until next time, we'll see you back here for Friday night class. Keep yourself safe, Israel. Repent, fear the Lord, keep God's commandments, and let's hope that we have mercy on the day of the Lord. All praises. Shalom, family. All praises. We're gonna end that.